What is up, Black Hive? It is Friday, May 22nd, 2020. We're back in the gyms, we're working out, we're open every hour, on the hour, getting you guys in, doing the Black Hive WODs, doing the build, doing all the programming, killing it. Happy to have you home. Can't wait for the next year, see where you guys are at after taking a month and a half off. So, today, Romanian Deadlift, 5-3-3-1-1, building every 2 minutes on the minute for 10 minutes. What those look like, kind of 5 right here, we're probably looking at 50-60% of your 1 rep max. 3, building another 10 to 15% to 60-65. 3 more, somewhere between 10-15%, maybe 75-80, and then up to 1 and 1, pushing up. We're not trying to hit a 1 rep max. We are trying to get to a heavy. If it turns out to be a 1 rep max for today, great. We're happy for you. If it happens to be a 1 rep max PR, then that's even better. So, Romanian deadlifts, make sure that you are keeping the hamstrings engaged. You don't have to go all the way to the floor with these. You can keep that load on the hamstring at the very bottom, or you can touch the ground. It's really up to you, but really make sure you're keeping that back flat. Don't be rolled. Don't let those shoulders cave in, all that stuff. Make sure you're keeping them flat back and then loading the hamstrings. If you're not feeling this in your hamstrings, you are doing it wrong. Load, load, load the hamstrings. Once we're done with that, we're into the WOD. We are doing 4 rope climbs, 16 thrusters, 3 rope climbs, 12 thrusters, 2 rope climbs, 8 thrusters. Our weight is 155 for the men, 105 pounds for the women. So they are heavy as a mother bleeper. I would propose in this, you want to get 4 rope climbs, up, back down, up, back down, up, back down, up, back down, right to that barbell. So you shouldn't be too terribly taxed after 4 rope climbs. 16 thrusters is going to be heavy at 155 and 105. If you can do them unbroken, that is pretty great. You got a great thruster strength and you are going to get high intensity out of this. I would propose we probably want to break this up into possibly 2 sets of 8 or at the very most 3 sets. So maybe you can get 6, 6, and 4, something like that in that combination. But don't break it up more than 3 times. If you're breaking it up more than 3 times with more than 20 or 30 seconds of rest, you want to break that weight down to maybe 135, 115. Same thing for our females, 95, 85, etc. Get back to those 3 rope climbs. 3 rope climbs should be up. A little bit of catching your breath, catching your hands. Go back up, get back down, get that 15-foot rope climb, back to the 12 thrusters. So, back here, again, 6 and 6, optimal. 12 is really awesome if you can hit 16 and then 12. I would propose no more than 3 sets of 4 at the very most. 3 sets of 4, minimal rest, maybe 20 seconds, 30 at the most. If you're doing that, again, too heavy. Back to your 2 rope climbs, and then 8 thrusters, same thing. 4 and 4 would be great. That's really where we want to be on this last set, no more than 2 sets. If you're doing 4, 2, and 2, understandable, this load's pretty heavy. Anything more than breaking 3 times on a set of 8 of your last after doing 28 thrusters at 155, I would propose you are too heavy, break the weight down. Even if you do the first set at 155, it's just too much at 12, go ahead and have your game plan. 135 at 12, maybe 115 for 8. So hopefully we are looking at this WOD taking somewhere between 8 and 10 minutes, 12 minutes at the most. If you think it's gonna take any more than that, let's modify our rope climbs. We can do pull-ups. If you're gonna do your pull-ups, try to do strict pull-ups, chin over the bar. If you've got those pretty easy for 16, I would propose strict chest to bar pull-ups. Try and hit those unbroken. If you're doing strict, try and hit those unbroken. Definitely don't butterfly, definitely don't kip. Build the strength for your rope climbs. If you're still at home, just looking for our modification for an at-home WOD, 4-time 400-meter run, 16 thrusters with an odd object, weight, dumbbell, kettlebell, sandbag, ruck, whatever you got there at home, 300-meter run, 12 thrusters, 200-meter run, 8 thrusters. Hopefully if we're doing this with an odd object, it's not too heavy. We are thinking in terms of unbroken. But again, in the run, if that 400-meter run is taking you more than, say, 2:15 on the clock, try to modify it down. Do 300, and then come here, 200, so, and then 100, so we're not extending that time for the run. We want the intensity very high on this. Our build is Annie. We're trying to get some core abs, look good on the beach, keep that beach pump and body going on. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, double unders and ab mat sit-ups. Biggest thing here on the skill is double unders. Make sure that you can hopefully hit numbers here that are unbroken. So the modification for this particular workout, I would propose if you're gonna do 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. You can do that unbroken. That's a huge win if you're not great on double unders. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, have mat sit-ups. Make sure you're getting those hip crease up, breaking parallel or breaking 90, touching the toes, touching the back of our head, getting those shoulder blades back on the ground. Make sure you cover that tailbone some way or another. Big win for me has been watching Taylor Harbison. She puts the ab mat down and then she puts a yoga mat on top of it. It's been working pretty well for me. So I can't wait to see you guys score on the board. Can't wait to get mine up there. Hope you guys are having a good time in the gym. We're glad to have you home.